darn it. I sure wish I could rewind time like that Maxine Caulfield from Life is Strange. Well, I guess if I can't do anything to help myself, I might as well actually enjoy the game. Yes, guys, that's our next review. Life is Strange. I hope you guys enjoy it. What's up, friends? This is Jazz, bringing you a game review, yes. I never brought a game review for a while, but I had a lot of other stuff on my plate. I apologize. This review is going to be on the game Life is Strange. Now, one thing, heavy spoilers. Heavy spoilers. So, if you never played the game, don't watch it if you're sensitive. Well, to start off with, the game was released by Square Enix and Don't Nod, I think, is what it was. Square Enix is known for the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which a lot of people love. So, keep an eye on that. To start off with, I really enjoyed the game. That I know a lot of people did, but I actually really enjoyed the game for the most part. But I'll go over certain things about the game, and I'll try to stay away with as many spoilers as possible, but sometimes to review this, you have to give out spoilers. So, we'll just start with the premise of this game. It is about a 18-year-old in an art college, or a prestigious college named Blackwell. Her name is Max Caulfield. Things start to go weird when she, while in the bathroom, witnesses a murder of a girl by the school's highest male student, Nathan Prescott. Now, after the whole murder thing, she ends up realizing she can travel back in time. And knowing this, she's able to save the girl, who we later find out to be Chloe Price, Max's best friend. Well, sort of. She hadn't talked to her much in 5 years, but they were childhood best friends for like a long time. After this happens, things start to go AWOL. Like, Max predicts a tornado storm heading towards Arcadia Bay, their hometown. And the story is pretty much a mystery solving game and a dramatic game. Like, one thing, let's go on to things like the graphics and that. The graphics are amazing for the most part. The characters are designed very well. The visuals are really well made. Like, the visual of the storm is so realistic. Now, let's go on to the audio/music. The music, amazing. Like, they have literal songs playing in certain situations, which I'm doing a Let's Play on this, guys. This is just a little thing. A Let's Play might come on it soon. It is copyrighted heavily, so I don't know how that's going to work out, but even besides that, the music is still amazing to listen to. Although, the audio can have moments. Not that the voice actors are bad. That is not it. They have really decent voice actors. But sometimes the audio will be non-existent. Where, especially if someone in a main scene is talking and there's no words and there's no subtitles. Like, if I didn't watch the Let's Plays of it, I wouldn't have known what some of them were saying. Although, I'm sorry, I'm backtracking just another minute to the visuals. The visuals are amazing. But one thing I've commented in my Let's Play, some of the background characters look like the flippin' Sims 3. Not that they're bad. The Sims 3, like, I love the Sims series, but one or two of the females particularly looks like the visual styles of a Sims 3 female. The eyes, everything. Like, I've commented a few times on my Let's Play on this. Do they look like the Sims? Sims 3? As I said, particularly Sims 3. Not Sims 4, particularly Sims 3. Like, I don't know why I'm used to seeing the Sims 3 or something, but besides that point, as I said, everything is still pretty amazing. The story kept me on the edge of my seats for a long time. Although there are some glitches in the computer or PC version of it that might prevent you from playing unless you backtrack quite a bit. Like, there's a few scenes in episode 3 where when you rewind your time, it'll be stuck rewinding. That, in episode 3 and 5, that's the biggest issue. One thing that I love is that it's so choice heavy. So what I mean by that is, if you make a choice, you'll know, right? You'll know the outcome of it. Sometimes it won't seem like much of a difference, but it is a difference. Like, you'll notice, like, I am spoiling something, though, for you guys. There's this character, Kate Marsh, who, in this game, will either succeed in committing suicide, or she will attempt, but you'll be able to talk her down. Now, whether she will succeed in her suicide attempt depends on how your relationship with her is. You make a lot of choices that will affect Kate Marsh in a big way. And I managed to save her, thank God. But your choices will come up in her attempt. Like, there's there's the villain. One of the female bullies, Victoria Chase, that's the name. She will write the link to a video went viral of Kate being drunk and all that, like at a Vortex club. That's what the club in the school is. And you can choose to erase it from the mirror, which will prevent a lot of people from seeing the video. There's also something written on there's a little board outside each of the girls' dorms or their door, and you can erase what people have written about her on there. These will come up in your conversation with Kate when she tries to take her life. So they really matter whether Kate is alive or not in this game. If she is alive, she'll be able to help you with finding a number for the evil guy, Nathan Prescott. That's the same. There's choices there. Anyway, for the most part, they matter. Guys, I am going to spoil a few things for you for the most part. One, the ending. The last 10 minutes of this game, for 5 minutes of the last 10 minutes, I despised. There are a few things I do not care for. And 10 of the minutes, this is the last bit of the game. The real villain or whatever of this game shows up in your nightmare, hunting you down. There's a big thing in this game is a lighthouse. There's a lighthouse in Arcadia Bay, again, where they live. And there's a big maze, and you have to make your way through it for all the characters you've met in the game, hunting you down, like the major characters, like with flashlights. And if you get caught and you don't use your rewind power at the right moment, you're sent right to the beginning. Well, actually, if it sends you right to the beginning of, there's 3 or 4 different areas. So once you get to an area, you're safe. It's kind of like a checkpoint. It'll bring you back to there, which I'm glad, not to the very beginning. Because the first few minutes of that maze is hell. Like, literally, if the guy catches you, you're back. And I almost gave up on my Let's Play because of that. Because I didn't think I could get through it. I actually had to cut that part out. I actually had to not record that whole maze section because I needed to focus. So, and what you're probably thinking, oh, big deal, if you couldn't handle the challenge, why play the game? Well, guys, the thing is, the whole rest of this game was simple enough. It wasn't easy. Like, a little kid couldn't understand it or play it. But if you're able to read and you're old enough to understand the contents of what you're reading, the game is relatively easy. It's straightforward. for the most part. Especially if you have a walkthrough next to you, it's not hard to follow. So it's a game that I generally could play. But it's just that one particular part that I was stuck with. But one positive thing about it is, if you succeed, the next time it isn't as bad. I had to do that twice because I turned it off when I got frozen in time. That's the worst part for that to happen. But then again, some people could easily get through it. But I'm not the only one who struggled with that part of the game, because other people have made a forum based on that topic. So that was just a little too high of a jump of a challenge for this game. Also, guys, I am going to spoil the ending again to Life is Strange, both endings. There's a reason for it. I'm not going to spoil it unless I have a good reason for it. Remember how I said the choices really matter in this game? It seems at the very end of the game, they don't seem to as much. Some people say, oh, all our choices did not matter. This game is stupid. The ending ruined it for me. Now, I am sort of 50-50 there, or 50, like a little bit, like I'm 50-50 there. I can see where people say, oh, their choices didn't matter after all. They only have two choices, which obviously Chloe, Max's friend, was supposed to die in the beginning. And Max tempted fate by saving her, which caused the storm. So, you're given a choice to sacrifice Chloe, or sacrifice Chloe and save Arcadia Bay. What it means by that is she'll go back and not use her powers. Right? And everything will work out in the end. Or you could sacrifice Arcadia Bay by ripping up the photo, because you have an ability later on to look at a photo and go back to that moment, if you're there, I mean. Like, you have to be there, even if you took the picture or whatever, but you were there. And if she chooses to rip up the photo, her and Chloe will just go off into a distance with a destroyed Arcadia Bay. Or if you choose to sacrifice Chloe, everything will get worked out. The bad guys will be arrested. There'll be a funeral for Chloe in that. And, like, everyone will be saved, besides Chloe, pretty much. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that's a stupid two choices. Yeah, the choices are also so bittersweet, where either everyone else dies, or your best friend dies, pretty much. And the way I think about it is, in a way, their choices matter. In a way, I watched I forget what his name was, but he was a YouTube channel who brought this up. That way he saw it as is, if you choose to sacrifice Chloe, all it'll be is like a imagination. It doesn't seem real, right? Because none of the things actually happened. Because of what happened. Like, if she's alive and all this adventure, the adventure would be real. Like, if you chose to spare her, everything you did actually happened, and the memories are real. So I can see what he means by that. But if you guys want to know my Let's Play, I'm just telling you in advance what choice I made. I actually chose to sacrifice Chloe. I was going to choose to sacrifice Arcadia Bay because, really, there were a lot of a-holes in this game. And there was, guys. There was a lot of a-holes in this game. And there was only about 5 people I could like to spare. One would be Kate, if she was alive. She would be. That's the thing. If you choose to sacrifice Chloe, everyone who would have died don't. So I can see how that doesn't seem to matter of your choices. But time traveling is time traveling. But anyway, but then I heard Chloe give this big final speech, saying that so many times that she nearly died. She was supposed to. And then I thought to myself, that's true. For a lot of the game, Chloe came off as an a-hole. She had a stepfather, will they say. She didn't do nothing but hate him, even though he had questionable personality and nature to him. She only thought about herself, like how the pain she was going through. And And finally, she accepted. She said, for once, I should accept my fate. And I just kept thinking, during that whole speech, I was just going more and more and more into the other way. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, type of thing. And I chose sacrifice Chloe in favor of Arcadia Bay because she's finally happy. We'll just say she lost her father. And that's another thing you could do. Like, and in general, guys, I just loved this game, and the two optional endings do not bother me so much, because depending on your personality, it matters. Your choices matter. It shows what type of person you are. And I'd say in a way, though, the sacrifice Chloe to me would sort of be the better ending now, because obviously, if you do choose to sacrifice Arcadia Bay, again, spoilers, all you see is Chloe and Max riding off. For some reason, they lived this tornado. They're still being in Arcadia Bay. I just wonder how they lived. That doesn't have any logic. That's another thing. They don't have any logic how they survived, where everyone else didn't. But they just drive off, and they don't show anything. They only show one dead body, but the body is covered in a blanket, so they don't show enough emotional damage to really rectify the decision they made. The only person who looks sort of sad is Max. It's like what happened the night that it all happened? One thing I did love about, I don't know why, but I do love that final ending more, where she's sacrificed, because they get their kiss. They get their kiss. Even though it's bittersweet, they do. But as I said, the game, I would obviously, if I were to rate it, I would give, if out of 5, I'd give it 4.5. Nothing is perfect, but I honestly think that it's very close to perfect. The ending you could have had maybe one more choice there. But I could see with the game, how long it would take for all the game developers to make it so your choices would matter, even in the end. So, I think they did a good job with what they were given. So, guys, please give the game developers a little more slack. So, if you enjoyed this review, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, please subscribe. It would help me a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video.